Greetings, flesh wound horror freaks, and welcome to a special Sleepaway Camp series franchise show. I am Daniel Shine, joined by producer Todd Loya.
What's up?
Bugs Dread.
Namaste.
And Mike Kruger.
What's up, you sick motherfuckers?
We should have had Dan doing the egg gimmick, but with hot dogs for this one, like we did on Slashed Over a couple of years ago. Or sorry, was that Slash Miss? No, that was the Giallo one. Whatever.
Yeah, there's always room for Giallo.
Yeah.
I am festive tonight. I've got part 2 there.
I thought you were going all the way with that. I was like, wait a minute.
Well, somebody might do that reveal tonight. Speaking of which, we are openly discussing these movies, so this is a spoiler show. If you've never watched the Sleepaway Camp films, you should get on that. But don't bitch at us. It's going to be spoilers.
Exactly.
So, yeah. I guess we can start. Well, that's a good place to start.
Yeah, the box. Remember when Best Buy had exclusives? The Red Cross box with the bonus 4th disc.
Yeah, and they pulled it later because of the Red Cross.
Yeah, because they didn't realize they were using a copy protected logo. So the rest, they still had the one with the 4th disc after without the Red Cross.
Who at the Red Cross felt that was anything that was going to hurt them at all? That an 80s slasher box set had a Red Cross on it. I mean,
they're probably just upset they didn't get paid for the usage.
Yeah.
Well, still,
no one's upset. It's just like, pay me money first.
Well, the topic of the series might not be something Red Cross wants to associate with.
Yeah, this is true.
It's true. I still say fuck the Red Cross, so personally. But
well, we know Dan's not donating.
No.
I can't really co-sign that completely.
Dan donates semen, not blood.
Maybe that's why they don't like me, but I got confused. I thought I was going in for one thing. That wasn't the case.
You get Cannibal Corpse that shit? I come blood?
Well, Nurse was pretty fucking mad, though, dude. I got to tell you. Like, we walked in. I mean, but,
he's like, he's back.
It's still the elixir of life, and, they both are. But
then you stay away from my box set. All right, so yeah, we're talking Sleepaway Camp. Real quick, first memories of seeing it, if you have any, Pugs. See, that's why I say
I have zero fucking memory of when I first saw this movie. I know I didn't know the ending. I knew something big was coming because I just don't remember what age I was. I don't remember if it was either late middle school or early high school. Whenever the first big release was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This release? Or wait, no, they did a single release first.
There was a single one.
Oh, here we go. This was the first DVD release.
Yeah. Do you remember the year?
Damn it, Pugs.
On there?
That's like
2000-ish?
Okay.
I want to say even earlier.
You do?
Yeah, I want to say like 99, 98, 99. That was like a really...
Do you know what ish means? 2000-ish?
Well, no, I'm saying that was like one of the early DVDs.
Well, there's that one.
That, so.
And the controversy with this one was it was cut. It was missing the naked ass shot and the snake crawling out of the mouth, which is why this Canadian DVD became a necessity, because it was basically a rip of the VHS and had everything in it.
Tracking marks included.
You know it. And then there was this release that came in the box set and was available single too.
Yeah.
And then, of course, that brings us up to the Blu-ray. So,
boom.
Yeah, I have a few Sleepaway Camps.
Right on. Yeah, so I don't remember that time frame exactly, but I do think you're right in like 99. Like for me, 8th grade, 9th grade, around that time. What about you guys?
For me personally, I just discovered it maybe 4 years ago. just trying to learn more about 80s slashers. I think they talked about it briefly in Crystal Lake Memoirs, and I had a whole list written down of slashers from that documentary that to watch after to learn more about the genre. And this was one of them, and I had no idea what the fuck it was even about or anything, so it shocked the living shit out of me, obviously, with the ending. And it became a household favorite. Everybody in my household actually really enjoys this flick a lot. So, yeah, big fan and really excited. I hadn't ever seen any of the sequels until this franchise show. So, all the sequels were first time watches for me.
Nice, Dan.
For me, I remember Sunburst. My mom and pops. I'm pretty sure it was Sunburst, but it was early video store. Actually, no, I take that back. It was that would have been in DC actually that I first saw this. So I remember the video store clerks talking about that ending many times before I actually rented it. And yeah, I'll say this, not my favorite slasher, but I think the ending tends to elevate this one in the slasher canon because it is one hell of an ending. And you think, early 80s, predated Crying Game, and it's a pretty
I did see
ending.
I saw you got me. I did see Crying Game before this, so that didn't shock me as much had I not seen something like that before, but it was still cool. And I also really like the fact that the kids talk like me. I say all those fucking words. And anyway,
you know what it kind of reminds me of, like the tone of The Burning. Like like all the kids are actually likable, and you're actually like the thing I like about Sleepaway Camp is all the interaction even when the slasher elements aren't even on screen. I'm enjoying everything we're getting, and the kids just acting obnoxious. Fuck it. I mean, one of my favorite parts of this movie is when they the couple kids just walk up to Angela and like, "Yo, Angela, why are you so fucked up?" Like it was just, and just the dialogue and everything was just, it was so fucking entertaining.
Eat shit and live.
Yeah. There's so many shirts we can make out of quotes from this movie. I probably put a couple down.
Yeah.
And I have the Sleepaway Camp font, so I'm just saying. I remember it had been about 85 when I first saw it, and I actually didn't rent it. I was at Kmart, and I'm going to date myself with this one, and there was a Video Treasures VHS. So I talked my mom into buying it for me. Not that it was the content. It was just, it was like $5 or something back then. I don't know. But I got it. I went home. I watched it. I loved it. I was like, what the fuck at the end?
Yeah.
And yeah, I became a fan.
This is like one of my favorite movies to show somebody that they have no idea. Yeah. Cause I did that like immediately after when I first watched it, just to see people's reactions. And it's always fucking a great time.
I did the same back in the day too. So I get that. You show people to see like that reaction. That's always fun.
I think another thing that's really unique about it is Felissa Rose, who was really unique. I mean, you didn't have a girl like that was cast in these movies so much, especially as a lead character. And she says quite a bit without saying much of anything. And I think that again, it elevates it, because otherwise
her performance is fucking amazing. Like in my opinion, like she gets the awkward, like, homely girl that nobody, really wants to talk to down perfectly. And it's funny, like listening to other like cast members, because I guess she didn't really like look like that outside of, when she was acting. So like, I think it was the actor who played Ricky was just saying, like, she was so gorgeous outside of, when she was acting. Well, yeah, I mean, now especially, I mean, Jesus Christ, she really A+.
I feel like we should have all wore like fake cardboard mustaches for this show.
Yeah, right.
Towards the end we can.
Yeah, no, she and man, she took a long break. afterwards, but probably a good move.
I'm so happy to see her in stuff now, though. Like I like one of the recent things I've seen her in was like Victor Crowley, and like just seeing her pop up in any horror movie is gonna make me happy, and I hope she keeps doing that.
Oh yeah, the last decade, well, a little over a decade now. Yeah, she's been really busy. Yeah, like I said, when you subtract a couple things, this movie maybe isn't so special. At least
it's not as memorable without that. It's the whole package that makes it.
Felissa and the twist, especially, that really.
Yeah, but even the kills, I think too. Like,
yeah, there is, but I don't think it would be as highly. I agree with Dan. I don't think it'd be at the level it is now with the elements all fit into place to make it what it is.
Yeah.
If you pull one of them away, like if you don't have Felissa Rose as Angela, if you don't have the end, like all these, everything came together.
Yeah.
It's one of those cases. Here's some trivia. Young Peter in the boat, what that gets run over. That's actually Frank Sorrentino, the Situation's brother from Jersey Shore.
No shit.
And for the fake or for the final scene, they almost used a strap on instead on Felissa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that on the Scream Factory Blu-ray.
Her mom put the
the kibosh on that.
Yeah.
We still can't identify that penis. Like the cast is being pretty cool on keeping his identity a secret because I guess he didn't enjoy doing it. But man, I think he can make a killing if he comes back on.
Oh my god!
They said he was like all fucked up and like really freaked out, and nobody ever heard from him again after he did the scene. Which honestly, like, I'm fine if we don't hear it because that just makes the story even,
right.
Yeah.
And he might have gone on to be a doctor or something and doesn't want to sign 8x10s of his dick at Monster Mania.
Why not?
I mean,
that's what the Kurt Cobain, this Nirvana kid should have did with that stupid lawsuit. Whatever.
Oh yeah, the baby. Yeah, I saw something about that recently. Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna.
That was a whole year ago, Dan.
That was
Oh no, it was something new with it though.
Oh my god, Dan!
Oh really? Cool.
You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the same Cruise Creep show for the first one.
Oh, I had no fucking idea. Really? That's awesome.
And what other notes do I got? Okay, Dan, this will come into play later when we talk about a different one, but because his name's going to come up later. I get it now. Remember how we didn't get it for a certain movie? I get it now, and I'll explain that further when we get to part 4.
I don't get it.
I know. Well, a certain I'll explain it better to Dan. A certain filmmaker said we didn't get it when it came to a shitty movie.
Oh, yeah.
And I get it now. So I'll tell you that later. But it's still a shitty movie. I'm just saying I get something else.
Oh. Ding dong. I got it.
Okay. And that Ricky was actually supposed to die in the earlier scripts. I thought was interesting.
By Angela?
I believe so. That they didn't specify.
Yeah, that
No. Okay, it was when he beats the shit out of him. He was supposed to be dead.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was literally, that was supposed to be it. Then they added him. He survived, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that for trivia wise, that already is. Well, I mean, my favorite line, but I'll save that, and you can probably guess what my favorite line is for the first movie, which should be the shirt. They call them baldies. Where I come from, they call them baldies.
I like how there was no even attempt at confronting that guy. It was just like, he's just the neighborhood.
It was 83. No,
the black guy completely knew. He's like, oh, they don't understand that. Like, hold on, this is just accepted.
Yeah, it was just like, oh, that's just Artie.
And all I know is the moment Ricky comes in that party with that hat, all I could think of was Dan. Thinking he's the best shit since sliced bread.
Has the Artie actor ever done a convention? Because I don't think I ever have seen him at anything. Or he's still living, I assume.
Artie is oh yeah, that's Dan. I was gonna say I believe he did pass.
Okay.
This is his only credit.
Wow.
So actually, as IMDb doesn't even say anything, so I don't know.
I've never seen a Baldies 2 John, a real Baldy or something.
You've never seen a real Baldy. All right, well, let's just jump into our series ranking. We'll talk the sequels as we go, but I figured start out with the first one. All right.
Hold on, that
Series?
Baldy's got me.
All right. Well, I'll say
Go
series
ahead.
ranking. If you haven't watched one of our franchise shows before, this isn't necessarily the best. It's our favorites in order. So you might think one's better than the other, whatever. This is our favorite. So it's our series ranking. Who wants to go first? Or should we just go counter?
I would be super shocked if all of our number ones aren't the same. Are we going to go backwards or forwards?
Let's just go. Well,
Clockwise?
start from the best to worst, I guess.
That's what I was asking.
Okay, that's what you're asking. Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
All
right.
Who wants to go first?
Well, should we just go clockwise and I'll set it off? Or no, I'll close. Cougar, go first.
All right. So for me, obviously the first Sleepaway Camp is my favorite. Definitely like the best. And like it's a big gap, from the other sequels. Cause like my second favorite would be oh shit. My fucking camera went off. My second favorite would be Return to Sleepaway Camp. I don't know. I really liked it a lot. This was my first time watching it, and I know it doesn't have like the best praise out there, but I don't know. I thought it was fucking great, and a solid sequel. Then my third would be Sleepaway Camp 2. Just not. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of 2 and 3, so my ranking would go 2, then 3, and then of course Sleepaway Camp 4 sucks ass. It's just a clip movie. So
We'll talk about that later in depth.
yeah. So Sleepaway Camp, Return to Sleepaway Camp, Sleepaway Camp 2, Sleepaway Camp 3, and then Sleepaway Camp 4 would be my best to worst.
Right on.
All right.
Well, for me, Sleepaway Camp, the first one, is by far the best one in the series. I'm fairly certain I can place a bet that that's going to be all of our number ones. I actually like number 3 as my second, number 2 as my third, and then shockingly, because I used to fucking hate Return to Sleepaway Camp, but this time it's not as bad as I remembered. So Returns, and then 4 just because it's got nice boobs. That's about it.
All right, Dan.
For me, pretty easy. Sleepaway Camp, the original, is my favorite. I think it's the only one that's truly unique. For the reasons I stated. Then I would be 2, 3, and then Return to Sleepaway Camp, and I'm not even counting the clip show.
Well, so that's 4 is your last one because you're supposed to place it. I went back and forth on the first one between 1 and 2, but
Really?
I
Wow.
went back. I did the exact same as Dan. 1, 2, 3, Return 4.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was like I really love 2, but 1 is. It's one of those cases you could argue 2's a better made movie than 1, but I think that's part of 1's charm.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. If you
I
want to say that, like, 'cause it's a better looking movie, but like story wise, I do think it's 1 all the way.
Yeah. Well, I was talking about the look. It
all
looked
encompassing. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think the gore is as good as in 2
3.
either.
If you see the uncut 3 gore, it's better, but there's still not a proper version of it.
I still don't think it's on the level as the first one, though.
Oh, I know. Gore. Yeah, even gore wise, no.
Truth
Well,
be
that-
told, none of the movies in this franchise
super-
are gore or bloodbaths, really.
No, but the first film has some really distinct kills and distinct
And
effects, I
effects.
think.
Yeah. So let's just go right into it. Favorite kill. I'm gonna Kruger, you can go first. Just one.
Yep. Yeah. So for me, Artie getting his fucking pot
Question.
of boiling. What?
Does he die?
This
Artie?
is
Ooh.
Yes.
yeah. This
Because-
is that. No, it's a good question actually, because like I was wondering about that. I don't know. I think we count it as a kill.
I'm gonna say for this argument, I'm gonna say yes. He
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
But-
that was up in my list too, but I'm like, it's not on screen. But we'll get there. Go ahead, Kruger. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Just watching that fucking show scream like a motherfucker after the boiling water and watching his face bubble up. And it's kind of cool the way they do it, because like they have one effect there, and then they cut away, and then they cut back, and then it starts to bubble up. And I always thought it looked really cool. And I'm starting to hear like more and more that be on like some people's like top kill list on slashers that you may not know. And I agree, it's fucking great. So yeah, that's my favorite throughout the franchise for sure.
Right on. Oh, that's up there for me too. But I went with, I forgot his fucking name. God damn it. But the last guy at the end where Angela cut his head off.
Paul.
Like Paul. Thank you. So when Paul the head just flops out. I'm like, hold on. We got a fucking decapitated head, a little girl face, and a penis. This is just too much not to like. This is insane. So that one for me is my favorite kill. And that kind of happens off camera too, which is why I was like, well, I guess I'm a hypocrite.
for the visual alone, though, I mean.
Yeah. Fucking cool. What are you, Dan?
I would probably have to go with Angela killing Allie in the outhouse in Sleepaway Camp 2. That was pretty gross and well done. Again, none of these are really super gory, but I thought it was a good kill.
I'm with Kruger 100% on this one. Dan, I mean, already getting his. It's just it's the whole setup, the whole like
payoff.
He's getting hit. It just all together.
If anyone in that fucking movie deserved to die horrendously.
Like when you're watching it, like you're like, oh, gee, like right away you're already like, oh, I can't wait to see this motherfucker get his. So the fact that they made him the first to go was kind of nice.
They should have brought him back as Freddy, though.
That would have been your Sleepaway Camp too.
And things with Angela, because, well, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but yeah, just go into an arty thing. Just, yeah. Not supernatural, just a burned pedo killer.
So Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger, but not supernatural.
Okay.
He's
So
alive. He's just a guy.
He's just constantly in pain.
Right. Okay.
Maybe he scalps him since Baldy's his thing. Just, say I booked a better sequel.
Make that movie, Dan. Make that short.
Danaway Camp.
I
Sleepaway Dan.
There we go. So you get to wear the hat.
I'm not a big fan.
You're playing Artie,
but I might actually make that.
Fuck yeah.
I have someone to pitch Artie to, actually. But I'm not going to say who, because that's kind of like rude.
Well,
like, you look like this pedo.
I think I know who you're talking about, and I agree.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Well,
has he been on the show before?
No.
Oh, then I don't know.
Well, I'm not pitching any Angelas because I don't want to get in trouble. Now, before we get to our favorite Angela, I figure we'll go ahead and do a quick part 2 discussion since we have 2 Angelas to choose from. Okay, so it feels like part 2's mixed here.
I think Dan loves that shit, though. I'm fairly confident he's wearing a shirt today.
Oh, I love the shirt. Yes.
See, so he's one of those.
No, I didn't say I didn't
name
like
the songs, Dan.
Wearing a fucking band you don't even listen to. This guy, get off the show.
All right, that's
No,
it.
it's
Time
fine.
to bed, Dan.
No, for me, like this was my first time watching too, and I didn't like really know what to expect because like just going in, like I heard because I was watching like some of the special features on the Scream Factory for the first one, and they were talking about like how the tone is more dark comedy and yeah, I mean I totally get that. I don't know, the kills and the gore, like the kills in it don't match up to the first film for me really at all, and like it's much more of a parody than necessarily I like. So like I wasn't really a big fan at all. Like even with the Leatherface and Freddy Krueger and Jason thing, like I was just,
I remember
it
that
didn't
cover
work.
so well. You know what? I didn't show the part 2.
That popped me.
Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't work for me. And I don't know. I'm not that crazy about Bruce Springsteen's sister either. So like, I prefer Felissa Rose.
Right.
Well, the thing about the sequel though, too, I mean, they waited too long because 83 to 87. I mean, slasher movies, it certainly dipped in quality at that point.
Which is why they went the tone they did.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The director wrote a script the director of the original wrote a script that they thought was just too dark, and it probably would have been a better movie.
Is that out somewhere to read?
I don't know. Actually, I think it
so.
is because the website for this.
You know what? The Sleepaway Camp movie.
Yeah, I guarantee it must be. And Felissa Rose.
We should review that.
Yeah, Felissa was in college too, so you didn't have her back. And I agree. There's something about Pamela Springsteen. She's a terrible fucking actress.
Well, can we save that for the Angela? Like, next is favorite Angela, so don't get too in depth, please.
I won't get in depth in that, but but there is something fun about it. It's a bad movie. Like, I'm not defending this one at all, really. It's just I can kind of see.
Can we at least defend? Can we at least defend TC's mullet?
It does have that distinct feel for the time. I mean, this is a year when we had Slaughter High, which is a movie I like. I actually like it more. And I don't know. I understand the fandom, but yeah, I think what we might have had if they had made the sequel a little bit sooner, while we were still in the golden age of the slashers, would have been a lot better.
I do find that it's a little charming how she's a goody two shoes and a murderer at the same time. So, like, for me, I'm just like, this paradox. I enjoy it. I like the fact that it's now a comedy. Like that just tickled me. It's nowhere near as good as the first one, but I like it. I'm not gonna lie.
It's one of the perfect movies to watch with a group of people. It's just fun. Have beers. It's one of those, and I've done that numerous times. I love the Shit Sisters, because they're fucking awesome. I love their song. This one's pretty well known, but that all the characters named after Brat Packers, like every name is a Brat Pack. But
isn't Emilio's sister in the actual movie?
And that's what it say.
Okay.
Renee Estefez is in it, and two of the characters are named after her brothers. Yeah. So it's one of those things. All right, so here's the one I know everyone's answer to, but we're going to do it anyway. So anything else about 2 before we move on?
No, I mean, it's a good time. It's a good time. It's a bad movie.
Are we not doing...
We'll talk.
Oh, yeah, okay. Gotcha.
I'm splitting up the movies. We're just kind of... I definitely felt we should have talked a little, too, before we go into favorite Angela.
Okay.
So, Kruger, I know your answer.
Yeah, I'm a Felissa Rose guy. So, she's my favorite Angela. Definitely, like even in Return to Sleepaway Camp. I mean, as silly as it is for her to return as Angela, and I mean, some people will just say it's kind of stupid, and I'll agree, but I don't know. I still like to see her as the killer, and yeah, I enjoy that film. So, yeah. Felissa Rose for me.
I'm also a Felissa Rose guy. But if they want to do like a horror version of Thelma and Louise, I'm all for it.
I think there was at some point a pitch to have them both in one.
Do that.
I've heard that never going to happen. Pamela Springsteen won't even acknowledge it.
Well, no, she doesn't talk anything about any of her film stuff. You know how hard it was to get her to do they got her to, but barely to do the Fast Times at Ridgemont High. She didn't even want to do that, but she ended up doing it. So it's not just this; it's pretty much all of her work.
Yeah, well, and I'm sure this in particular. I mean, she's the sister of a legend,
and she's a famous photographer.
She was the niece. She's not the niece; it's a sister.
Yeah. Sister.
I'm done.
Sister, yeah.
Okay.
And she was actually. What's funny too? She was engaged
secretary
to Sean Penn at this time.
Oh, she's a freak. Right on. You don't know how Sean Penn rolls, dude. Fuck. You made Madonna tap out.
All right, so Dan, you said Angela or Felissa.
No, I didn't yet. But yeah, it is Felissa Rose. I would have liked to. I think this was always going to be a C-level franchise, but I think if she had come back and you had gone a darker direction, particularly coming off that ending, who knows? Maybe this would be respected as more than just B-movie fluff.
It's a hard one to do a sequel to, truthfully, if they kept the formula, and we'll get to that when we talk 4, because 2 went the route of cutting it off, and she is now a woman, basically.
Yep.
And, that's totally different than what they would have done, and we'll talk about that a little more when we get to 4. I'm going to be the one. I love them both, and you'll know why when I explain it. I'm Pamela Springsteen. Does anyone know why? What is she very distinctly?
Not a good actress.
She's 100% a California Valley girl, and I love.
Oh, wow.
So that's what I love about her, which is weird because she's from New Jersey, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't get Valley Girl with her.
Oh my God, her attitude and everything is very California Valley girl. More California, but yeah, I love both though. But it was a hard one, and I'm going to be that guy. So. Yeah,
I'll just say Felissa is more fuckable now.
There you go.
Well, I don't know what the other one looks like now, so I can't even argue that point.
I kind of what you would expect, just a little older. Like you would still recognize her, but yeah, no, it's Felissa definitely.
Yeah.
How's that wound doing?
Oh yeah. Oh my God, I love because everyone's got fucking Felissa's autographed at this point that wants it. I'd love to get Pamela Springsteen on something but
yeah, I don't.
I have the 2 posters somewhere in the garage. I think I have 3 also. No, I know I have 3. I might have 2.
I wonder if she's even signed for Friends. She just seems like one that no.
What do you mean?
Like signed a poster for a friend.
Oh, I don't know. That's
probably not.
All right, this one should be interesting. Favorite line in the whole franchise.
All right. For me, it's like one of the first like good one-liners in the first movie. It's Artie just saying, "Look at all that young fresh chicken." That's my favorite.
Well, for the longest time, it would have been something around that. However, this revisit, I cannot believe this, but what got me laughing so hard was "Your ass stinks."
That's on my list. I put back
like, and they keep repeating it over and over, and I just die every time. So
Dude,
my
with the
line,
fucking parrot.
Yeah,
oh my God.
So yeah, Dan, your ass stinks. What's yours?
That's actually my pick as well. The and it's the only
shirt.
Yeah, I have to say one good thing about it, but I guess if that's the most quoted line in your head, that it's got to be your favorite line.
It worked, yeah. Like his delivery of that shit too. Every time it's so good.
And I'll have rants coming, but yeah.
Yeah, are we gonna wait to talk about Return to Sleepaway Camp?
Yeah,
we're kind of going through them as we go, so we'll get more into.
I'm glad Your Ass Stinks is a hit. That's great. We're on the same level.
You and I were talking about.
I was afraid Pugs was going to say that dirty, and I'm not going to finish.
I might even. Number 3 has some amazing lines, and Dan was correct to be concerned because that lady. Well, we'll get there.
Yeah, that'll be soon. Well, yeah, I had Your Ass Stinks, but I had another one, and this is because this one in my brain. As a youngster back in the early 80s, mid 80s, flat as a board needs a screw.
Yeah, I had that written down too.
I don't know how many people I told that to that I shouldn't have. Also, another bad influence from this movie, Sleepover. We totally did the whole fucking ass thing. The whole you can't sit up thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
So. We do that before we made him watch the movie, though. So
there's also what? I'll cut your little balls off. I forgot what that was. I just wrote that down. Oh, that's from the third one too.
Dude, what about eat shit and die? Eat shit and live.
Bill. Yeah, that's it. So good.
I have a 3-1-2. I was going to hold until we talk. I'll bring that one up when we. Oh no,
well,
that tone.
Is it? I wonder if it's. Go ahead. That's the same one I was about to say.
Go for it.
I can't say it because Dan will blush, but it's suck my dick.
Well, mine's close. Look, it's okay.
Because she just calls him. We're on Patreon, right? She just called him straight up, and I thought that was hilarious. I was like, wow, we can do that today.
That was the line I was afraid. Dan's already like marking the time down 34.
Yeah, you still got to bleep it on
from the script.
Mine was Also kind of in the same similar tone. That Tony's so cute. The other one, he's Mexican. Just the way she says he's Mexican. I was dying.
You won't get those lines. You won't get those lines in the reboot.
No.
Unfortunately.
But yeah, those were. I think that's why I like number 3 too. Well, when we get there, it's just that girl in particular. I'd marry her. I should probably have nothing to do with me, but she's cool.
Even beyond the lines, there's definitely some very politically incorrect shit in 3.
Oh yeah. I fucking love it.
I mean, yeah, Herman alone.
All right.
Sorry to make you work extra hard, Todd.
All right. I'm just reading what Dan says, and I only agree on half of it, but we'll discuss that later. All right, real quick before we talk. 3?
Yes.
All right, yeah, 3. We'll do the DVD first. I remember being super excited for these. And then there's the Scream Factory one. All right, so let's talk 3 a bit. The follow-up direct sequel to Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Unhappy Campers. Teenage Wasteland.
Yes. All right, thoughts, Kruger?
It's about on the same level. Yeah, it's the same level as 2 for me. Nothing
Even with all the
really
racial slurs.
I mean, it's maybe a little bit more funny, but like as far as like kills go and just everything with the movie, it doesn't work as well for me, at least. It's like I said, just I mean, it's basically the same tone as 2, so I wasn't gonna like it from start, but it started stronger. I'll give it that. I did like the opening scene, but
and that's I already thought of a shirt. We just got to put the milkshake on the shirt where it should be.
Yeah.
The milkshake titties.
No, it's and it's definitely one of the like it's super sleazy, so it has that going for it. But as far as a horror film, not really that much there for me.
Gotcha. Well, I this was shot like back to back with the second one, right?
Yeah, they basically were. They came out a year apart.
Oh, so I think that's why it does feel like the same tone. It's just like they tightened it up a little bit for me. Kruger's right though with the kills. Like none of them really stand out. But I like all these characters and all these dirtbag teens.
Michael J. Pollard. That's all you need.
It opens up with a cocaine joke, like too. Like, come on, this is great. I and that one girl, I have her name written down, but the racist chick,
Cindy.
comes up from me. Sandy is my homegirl. Tells it like it is.
Dan,
this is a movie this is a movie you really have to be in the right kind of mood for. I mean, it's no horror film like whatsoever. Any like even tiny sliver of that is gone by 3. But yeah, if you're in the right mindset, there's fun to be had. I mean, even Pamela Springsteen again. I mean, it's she's bad, but I also get that there's something that works with her in the role, if that makes any sense. It just this is kind of like a USA Up All Night type feel that this movie gives you, that USA Up All Night gave you back in the day. And hey, it makes me laugh. I mean, it's shit, but it still makes me laugh. I don't watch this every year, to be perfectly honest. It'd probably be a good long while before I sit down to watch it again, though.
I'm already ready to watch them all again.
Herman and Jan, though, goddamn, like that only in the movies.
Can we get a spinoff? What they did before they got to camp.
Yeah, I like 2. In my opinion, is definitely better. I know Pugs are 3 over 2.
Yeah.
But I can't watch 2 without watching 3 because they're like neither of them are long movies. They're both like right around an hour and 20. So it's pretty quick.
You know what? I've never seen them far apart from each other. Yeah.
They go hand in hand.
I'll watch one any at the drop of a dime, but like the others, I'm like, well, if I saw one, I can go.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
Mhm.
that. The main reason this one kept getting an X was because it's all in the daytime. There's like no night in this movie.
That's
You know,
true.
If you realize, so there's like maybe one or two. I know, like the kill on the tree where he gets his dick ripped off
Mhm.
was at night, but other than that, all the kills are basically daytime, and the kills weren't even as bad as some of the ones in the other one, but because the daytime, they kept getting an X no matter what they did. So that's why this one's cut way worse.
Yeah.
Just like the last one, all the kids are named after something. This time, all the rich kids are named after the Brady kids. all the poor kids are named after West Side Story kids. Do you know who the camp owners are named after? That's easy.
I don't remember their names.
Herman and Lily.
Oh, fuck yeah. Monsters.
So they kept that theme going that they did started in the second. I kind of like that. It's just a little inside thing. You don't really. It's better than everyone being like Carpenter and Craven like they normally do.
Well, that upsets me though, because like, where's the episode where Herman Munster was like banging like a young vampire chick?
Well, they're
Well,
not.
that would have been
They're
good.
not the characters.
Hey,
that
Rob Zombie's Munsters. They're gonna make up for it.
yeah, you know that's a Peacock movie, right? It's not like a theatrical movie.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
I know that.
That's better.
Yeah, so I don't think it's gonna be like super.
Good. He needs restraints. Anyway.
Yeah, it's
If
We should know
Herman
by
doesn't
now.
call Lily the C word at least once, it's not a Rob
I don't think you're
Zombie
gonna get
movie.
that movie, Dan. Sorry. Yeah. But-
This is the first time Rob Zombie's going to have an actual loving relationship between a husband and wife and whatever they are. Any fucking way.
Yeah. Okay. So there's that.
Wish Forsyth were taller. He could have done Herman. That would have been funny.
He could be grandpa.
Yeah. Good. All right.
Favorite what? Camper. Mr. Kruger.
Yeah. Go for it.
I'm gonna go with the wholesome answer and just go with Ricky because he was actually a genuinely like good kid, and he was looking out for Angela like a real homie. So yeah, probably Ricky because everybody else could have got killed. I couldn't give a shit about, but him, I was hoping to see him live, which he does. I can't remember. Does he get killed in the sequel?
No. He
He still lives in Return.
Yeah. I think that it's. I'm not gonna.
Keeping those options open.
There you go.
All right.
For
Pugs?
me, we already discussed her. Cindy Hammersmith. I wrote her name down. She's an angel. Dan?
Kim Wall, the actress that plays her, like had some serious regrets
Don't
later
ruin it
on.
for me. I saw. I don't see that in real life.
So for me, because they're attached at the hip, it would be Emilio and Charlie, the tit patrol from Sleepaway. By far the most interesting, and if they were smart, they would have starred in we would have had Sleepaway Camp 27 by now. It would have been like the Witchcraft franchise where they make sequels even though nobody watches them anymore. Tit Patrol.
All right. Well, I'm Shit Sisters. So now I think we're probably all gonna have this same answer. So this will probably be the quickest one. Favorite counselor.
I don't know if it'd be the same.
Oh wow. Okay, Kruger.
Me, I'm Ronnie. I dig Ronnie a lot. The Guido fucking dude that finds Angela at the end of the first film, and comes back and returned to Sleepaway Camp, which I was really excited about, even though his acting was really fucked up.
Yeah. Well,
You
he
know what?
hasn't.
I may be wrong. I was thinking of the following category.
TC. Oh no. Okay.
No. I'm Ronnie too. Ronnie's a G. He's cool. Although those fucking shorts, man, calm down.
Oh no. That was normal. I had a pair of those shorts back in the day. That's
all
what we
gotta calm
rocked. I know. So happy when they got longer.
For me, favorite counselor, I'm gonna actually go Susie. She at least had some guts, slapped the shit out of Judy. Most of the counselors are just kind of dipshits in this franchise, but yeah,
Well,
Susie.
I'm gonna take offense when you say that about Ronnie because Ronnie was the shit.
Yeah, what are you doing to Ronnie?
He is a meathead, though.
He didn't
And
want to bang Ronnie. That's the problem.
Ronnie was one of the few who didn't want to bang the children, so he's also gets an A+.
All right, we'll do most perverted before we talk about
That's
the. You know. Let's talk about this real quick. Let's get this out of the way. I know everyone got excited. We're gonna talk about Sleepaway Camp 4.
Ugh.
nice tits. That's about where it stops.
And let me show you this, if you didn't notice.
Jesus.
Oh. Actually, I did not notice that. Fucking A.
So, there's
Well,
that.
good cleavage. Like I said.
They had to use it twice. All right, so
Yeah,
I would
sleep
say
on.
that's a waste of time. Don't even bother.
Yeah, it's a clip movie, and it kind of sucks ass because anything like outside the clip, which isn't much, it's not very good. So I'll never watch it again.
I think the production footage alone is interesting, and there's a component of it that's interesting to see what they did with it. Unfortunately, you see what they did with it. That's where the problem lies.
This felt more like an extra feature on a DVD. I barely even consider it a movie. Yeah, it's crap. If you're a super fan, obviously,
No.
you've already seen it.
I'm going to
probably,
say no.
Yeah, don't do it,
I can watch the production footage, but watching that is just rough.
dude.
Like,
Yeah,
I can't
it's
even
garbage.
watch. I can't even watch that. Like, oh, I haven't watched the movies in a while. Maybe I'll just watch a clip one. I can't do that. It's just it's torment, and I'm not going to blame it on one of the shitty editors who did it, who said we just don't get it. But I will mention.
I get that he's a dipshit.
Well, yeah, but no, because there is a scene in Sleepaway Camp where she is showering with the bikini on. So I don't know if he's trying to call back to that, because that was a big beef. And I
that
really
was at
don't.
camp and their children. There's a
I
little
know.
different than what dipshit. I co-sign with Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck him.
I only had to
Yeah, that
work with
too.
them once. All right, so we got that piece of shit out of the way. Okay.
And the movie.
All right, here we go. See, I think this could be another sweep too. I don't know how
This one I would assume. If I was a betting man.
there was two. So
Yeah, but
All
one
right.
is well, okay. Well, Kruger, kick it off.
Most perverted, I would probably have to go with 3, considering it has a full sex scene with the counselor and a camper.
Hold on a second. I thought we were going with most perverted counselor.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
I took that as
As the whole movie?
like Kruger.
Oh,
Yeah, most
yeah, I
perverted.
thought the whole movie.
No, it said
What do you mean?
counselor on the thing. Like
Oh,
there's
okay.
like, which movie
Which-
has like the
It
most-
works though for me.
Oh, well, if we're gonna go with most perverted counselor, I would probably go with the owner from the first Sleepaway Camp, considering he was about to go have sex with that like 14-year-old girl. And he's like, he finds her fucking dead, and he's like, "Oh, that's too bad." He's like fucking 60 goddamn years old.
don't be a hater.
I forgot about that. That's awesome. Wow.
Yeah, so I'll go with fucking him as the most perverted counselor, because I mean, if you can consider him a counselor, I guess he counts.
No, it's just
Yeah,
most
everyone
perverted.
that
even
works
say
at the
counselor.
camp. Okay. I would go Artie. I thought we were all going to be in agreement here because he calls them fucking baldies. He's literally talking to fucking children
Yeah, that's true.
about their non-pubic hair having ass. So Artie is my pick, and a close second is now the owner of the camp, because I totally forgot about that line, and that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, she was gonna go fucking have sex with him. He was ready.
For me, Artie's almost too obvious. He's a sex criminal, so it's like he's almost a separate category. So I'll just say,
I know.
so
Dan,
I,
let's
see
get
where this
your own.
goes.
I'm gonna have to go with with Herman from 3. And there's something just so fucking weird about him in general. And Michael J. Pollard, great actor, but my God, what the fuck was going on in this thing? And how the hell Jan, fuck that dude. I mean, it's just the whole
It's
thing is
hilarious.
weird. Yeah, like I said, you have to be in the right mood for that movie. But yeah, I mean, Artie would be the answer, but I mean, he's a sex criminal. He's kind of like too obvious.
Fucking
Most
perverted.
I am with you, Pugs. I thought this was going to be easy. Although my second would be Herman. I didn't even think of the count or the owner of the camp in the first one, but yeah. So that's why we do these. Sometimes we have different ones.
Shocked.
All right. Well, I don't know.
All right, let's answer Recruiter's Head though. Like the most perverted movie of the franchise. I would say 4 since it's like nothing but tits the entire time. It's the highlight.
This is a hard one to answer.
I would say 3 because it has a full blown sex scene with a counselor and fucking whatever the fuck that abomination was in that tent.
3, yeah, I think as a whole, 3 is the most. Nudity alone is not necessarily perverted. 3 just had an air of perversion about it because of the Jan and Herman stuff.
I gotta stick with the first one for me just because of the he wants to fuck children. I think that trumps all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you for saying that.
I got no argument.
But that's me.
I mean, it's hilarious too because it's so early in the movie where he just acted like a straight up fucking.
They made sure you wanted him to get his.
Yeah,
and he does. All right, the dad category. Yeah. Favorite nude scene. This will be interesting.
Do you want me to take it first?
No, we'll save you. We'll This might be a sweep too. I think.
I don't know.
Maybe.
All right. Kruger?
For me, probably the Asian chick in Sleepaway Camp 3 when she's changing her shirt. I think she has the nicest set of tits throughout the franchise.
Milkshake?
In my opinion.
Or was it milkshake?
Milkshakes are fucking too small, bro. Them shits are like mosquito bites.
Oh, you're talking about Jill Teresita?
I think so. Is she the Asian in 3?
Yeah, that's also in Night of the Demons.
Yeah, she's fucking pretty goddamn hot. I think she had the nicest rack in that movie.
All right. Dan, our Pugs.
I'm gonna throw you guys for a curve. The final scene in the first one. It's a nude scene.
I will tell you right now, that's what I have too. I had a follow one just in case. I thought that was going to be obvious all around. Dan, don't switch it.
I took it more as most titillating, which would be Allie in Sleepaway Camp 2, always sleeping in the nude. But Stacey Lambert as Jan in Sleepaway Camp 3 is a very close runner-up. So,
my runner-up was Jan and Herman's scene, just because Herman's fucking.
Also,
you know that's why Michael J took the role.
Oh, of course. Apparently, he was hitting on like everybody on set, but yeah, I mean, they're not nude fests though. I mean, even that, like, they're not particularly gory, and the nudity's not all over the place by any means, and it's all topless, I believe, except one, obviously.
Yeah. The most important one. All right. Well, we got 2 left. Let's do this real quick. All right, now we're going to talk about Return to Sleepaway Camp, the one I'm the most curious about. Because I know Kruger's kind of tipped his hand a bit. So,
I really fucking like it a lot. Like, it reminds me of the tone of the first film. It has like a total 80s feel to it for me. See, like, as stupid as it is to have Felissa Rose back as the killer of the fucking movie, I don't know. I just thought it was it was way more Sleepaway Camp than the other movies, in my opinion. Like, to match the tone of the first film, and I think that's why I like it the most, and it's my favorite sequel.
I'm wondering too if you like it that much because you didn't have to wait that big gap like some of us here did, because you just got it right away. Because we had Sleepaway Camp 3, I'm not going to count 4, and then there's a long gap before that came back. So it was like all this anticipation build up to this movie, and I was excited for it. And when I first saw it, I fucking hated it. I'm still not a big fan. I kind of think it's terrible, but this time watching it, I'm like, oh, it wasn't as bad as I remembered. It's still not very good. I do think it's worth watching, but yeah, it's kind of bad, but there's a charm to it because like you get familiar faces. I think they're playing with the old feeling you get when you see an old friend. So, especially with Ricky, I loved seeing him back. Although
Yeah.
it looked like he had a rough life, but I hope he's
Yeah. Yeah, no, the returning cast is like a big reason why I enjoy it so much. That and mixed with the kills, like the kills aren't by any means fantastic, but I mean there's stuff there, and I think they're better than the kills that we got in 2 and 3.
At the usual suspects moment, though, I still don't care for. But when the reveal, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, whatever. I think Dan's about to fucking gape this motherfucker.
Yeah, when I first saw this one, I despised it, and I still do. This one, I really haven't changed at all. It's just an obnoxious movie. And my big issue was
Your ass stinks.
I was gonna say.
the Alan character who was, I mean, he's not funny. Are you supposed to hate him, or are you supposed to sympathize with him?
That's true.
He made it impossible to enjoy this movie.
See, and that's a lot of
any pussy ass bullies before. I knew them all. I'm like, I know that guy.
Sure,
a lot of this movie lies on if you hate him, you hate this movie. If you like him, you like it. Really lies on him.
He's like young Franklin almost.
No, I don't think he's as bad as Franklin.
Yeah, like before he became a cripple. But
He needs a hat.
Yeah, I mean, this one, I get some people might like it for some unintentional humor, and some intentional maybe, but this one just makes me want to headbutt, the wall. It is so fucking bad to get through it. Anything, I don't know, a couple chuckles is not enough to make a movie. This one is, I don't want to say it's top 10 as far as shit, but I don't like it. I hope I don't have to watch it ever again. What can I say?
And honestly, I can't even argue with Dan about how bad it
feel
is.
the same fucking way.
But I still love the movie, but we all know I love bad movies too. But I was gonna say Franklin, but I meant Alan. He has me laughing. It's one of those things like if just the way his character is annoys you, you're not going to be able to get into the movie. And he just was hysterical to me, so that helped my enjoyment. I'll be honest, I totally forgot Angela was the cop.
Okay.
So I was like, oh shit, that's right. I didn't even.
How fucking high were you?
I knew it was when I first saw the movie. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, same.
Well, I was probably drunk the first time too. But
everyone praises that makeup. I don't think it's very good. I'm like, that's her.
See, I didn't.
You guys are all in. That's cool.
I didn't necessarily know that they were going to go with that twist at first. Like, I'm like, okay, that's Felissa Rose, and I guess that's supposed to be putting her in here without putting her in here. But this movie's just rough.
Yeah, I mean, it's stupid as shit. Don't get me wrong. Like the whole having her be the cop is dumb as hell. But to have her as the killer again, still, I mean, it ups my enjoyment level to have her back as fucking, Angela. And just before I forget, the fucking end credit scene when she fucking knocks the goddamn truck or the goddamn car fucking wheel thing on the cop's head.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome. Like,
cool.
I thought that effect was great, and that was like a perfect way to end the movie. I don't know. I had a great time with this motherfucker.
It's funny though, because I think I kind of expected you to go the other way, because
Really?
while it's actually closer in tone to me to 2 and 3 than the original, with the humor and that it's like the original cast, but it's the tone of 3 or 2 or 3. That's the way I've always looked at it.
It ups the stupid though, because 2 and 3, I mean, you could certainly call stupid, but this one, and you're right, the biggest issue is Alan, but there's nothing else beyond that. It's not like, oh, well, you cast a different actor and it would have been fine. It still would have sucked. Yeah, it still would have been the worst, I think, of the series by far.
4.
Yeah, well,
I know you don't like to count it, but it's an entry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and
I'm just happy I don't hate it anymore. I'm
Yeah.
just like I don't care for it.
the
I
first
thought
time
maybe-
I,
It has some of the funniest fucking moments in the whole fucking franchise.
the first time I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. This time I liked it.
Oh, I
a
was
lot
mad.
more.
I was mad.
I get that, and it could have been me wanting to like it for so many years, so I didn't hate it. Because it was a long wait and a long production. I remember hearing about it all the time, and because I was religiously on the Sleepaway Camp Films website. Because then they did retro slasher. They did another one that was just slashers. It was the place to go to get the information back in the early 2000s ish. Okay. So we did favorite nude scenes, favorite camp. What's everyone's favorite camp? Which camp would they want to go to?
I'm the OG Camp Arawak.
Same. Arawak.
Arawak, I will say though that I don't know if any of the locations were particularly great. I've seen other like summertime camp slashers where the camp just seems a little cooler, but all of them seem a little sparse.
Yeah, heavyweights.
Well, heavy, yeah, that's been a long time, but that looked like a cool fucking camp. Minus the fat shaman Ben Stiller.
Yeah. Put your fat finger down. Lars is the best in that movie.
All right. So is it on me already?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
All right.
no,
See,
not to cut you off. I forgot one thing. I'm sorry.
no, that's fine.
Heavyweights. I wanted to see them do that again, but it's like a Jesus camp, that sort of scenario with Ben Stiller, and a dark comedy, R-rated.
Take my money. I want to see that too.
Just you will find the Lord. He's like smacking Playboys out of their hands instead of or playgirls, I
dude,
guess.
the pray the gay away scene would be fucking amazing.
I went a different way with this. I went Camp Rolling Hills just because that's the one that had all the slutty girls.
Okay.
I went a different way with this.
Can I change my answer? I want the slutty girls.
You're chasing chicks. It's just
Apparently I am. Oh well. What's the next one?
Okay, next one. Here we go. Favorite final boy, final girl.
All right.
Okay, yeah. Final person. That's what I should have put.
That's what it should have been.
Me personally, I go with Ronnie from the first film.
All right. I'm gonna be it's Alan. I fucking love Alan. I don't care. He's my favorite.
I even hope the actor's not doing well. That's how bad I am.
That's just rude.
I mean, not like I don't wish any like.
Dude, he made me laugh
Dan.
too hard.
He's dead, Dan. How do you feel now?
I kind of okay because I know there will be another. He won't act again, so I'm like I'm okay with.
He
it.
actually did stuff after this.
Did
You
he?
know
I
what?
thought he
I'm gonna
did
find
not.
him. We're gonna find him. Oh, he was on Honey, I Shrunk the Kids TV show.
Oh, he did
Badass.
one thing after it. Yeah,
He
It
was
looks-
he was on multiple episodes of the television series Mrs. Brown's Boys.
well,
Yeah.
that show must have been shit too. Also, very weird. What these jumps in his character, 2002, 2005.
Well, you know what? We're gonna find him and invite him on the show, and Dan's not allowed on that one.
Yeah, right.
But, you know, maybe he is. He has to play.
everything else was like extra stuff. But
Well, I don't think the
I was
series
asked
one-
my favorite final girl boy person, and
Dan's-
it's
that, hey, I'm not arguing. Michael,
You were
Michael, give
pitch-shaming
me if you see this. I'm sorry. I hope you're alive. I just hope you don't act again. That's all.
All I have to say is, Dan, your ass stinks.
Hey, that's. I guess if we're quoting that, that's the one good thing I can say about it. But oh my god, that fucking movie. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna go Ricky. Although he's underutilized, like there's a lot more you could have done with Ricky, and they never did. I don't.
Okay.
This was the hardest one for me. No pun intended. Because like there's Ricky, but because I think I was thinking more Final Girl. I went with Renee Estevez's character because she's like the only like traditional Final Girl, I think.
Yeah.
And I do like Renee Estevez. Renee Estevez is an actor, not just because I want to hang out with their brothers. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. So okay, I threw it in the last thing. This is more of a discussion one. Don't worry, I'm not going to screw y'all up. Did Ricky know? There's the question. Did Ricky know that Angela was killing people? That's always up for debate. What do you guys think?
What happened there?
Suspected it. You know, one of those things like you suspect it and you're kind of just push it away because it's a family member.
That's what you
So
think?
that's a yes.
So you think Ricky knew? Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna say no. This stupid boy.
I don't think so.
I'm actually with Dan on this one. I've always kind of thought, and it doesn't help because I know you guys saw the Blu-ray where you can clearly see it's Ricky in that doorway, and it's not.
Oh yeah.
Which you couldn't see it on the VHS. It was a shadow.
See, what I'm thinking though is like that's my cousin. I'm not gonna worry about it because there's a girl I used to like that now has tits that I need to talk to. So he's not fucking worried about what's going on here.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, argument for both. I was kind of curious what everyone thought on that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, is there anything else you guys want to talk about this franchise?
One thing that where do you guys think it ranks among horror franchises? Let's just say in the 80s. Let's just leave it in the 80s. Horror franchises of the 80s, because I think it's pretty damn low. I think I like the original one a lot. And again, specifically the ending and Felissa Rose just being unique. It's not a strong franchise.
I don't think as a franchise, for me personally, the first film, though, I do rank really highly as one of my favorites, especially in the slasher genre. I mean, I'm talking definitely maybe even top 5 or at least top 10.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go top 10 for sure. As a franchise, sure. You can't really put it up.
There's not
that
maybe
many middle to low.
There's not that many franchises in the 80s though, like slasher ones. You have
open it up to anything.
Okay, well, no, because you got like 3 major franchises, and that's about it. And half of this was in the 90s. Well, what was it? Half in the 90s? What's 2 is? No, you're right. No, it's 89.
Yeah, any.
But here's the thing. This is why I think 90s, because Sleepaway Camp 2 came out November 16th, 1990. Because it was my birthday and I was super excited to go rent it.
I think if we did a franchise sort of wars scenario where we put them all against each other, I'd have to put Sleepaway Camp pretty damn low.
Which I like that concept. That's something we could do.
Well, yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, other than the first one, I don't see myself like revisiting stuff as much as I would like, Freddy or Jason or anything like that.
Halloween, yeah. But as a franchise as a whole, no. But if you're doing like just first movies, this one can go pretty fucking far.
Yeah.
My answer is, do I think it is? No, but it's one I revisit a lot just because I like it. And it's one of those series I can't watch one and not watch the rest.
Okay.
So,
see, I can watch one and leave the rest alone. But
yeah, that's kind of how I think I think maybe the next time I watch it, I'll probably watch one and return back to back.
Do that timeline. You can do it that way too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So overall, do you think people should check it out?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like at least watch every single one at least once. Even, I mean, maybe not 4. You can skip that one.
That's such a pain in the ass to get. It's a clip show. Don't even bother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But definitely check it. I think especially, even though people hate Return to Sleepaway Camp, I think it's worth at least a one-time watch to see if you like it. I don't know. It reminded me of the same tone of stuff like, what was that one? You remember that Christmas slasher, like Secret Santa or some shit that we did on our slasher special? It reminded me of something like that. Like super low budget, but still had 80s tone to me that I found endearing. And it had a good kill, so.
Yeah.
For me, you only have to watch the original. Depending what kind of person you are.
If you like horror comedy.
Party night. Well, yeah, but they're better. There's a lot better horror comedies.
Well,
but
I didn't say there's better. I mean,
drunken party night 2 and 3. you don't need to watch the other two. But I'd just say one's essential because I mean, again, it was a very unique film that came out also at the golden era of the slasher film. 83 was still really strong. So yeah, I watched the first one.
I'm in the middle. You have to watch the first one. I agree with Dan. That's essential viewing. I think you should check out the series to see if you enjoy it because there's a lot to be loved and liked in there. But yeah, number one's I would say masterpiece.
Yeah, I'm with you. If you like horror comedies, I say the second and third are being great. The fourth the return is kind of in the middle because you get the tone of one, like I said, and the others. So it's one of those things that like there's people who really love one, and because the others like Kruger are more in the comedy realm, they don't like them. So if you know you're like that, you may you're probably gonna feel the same as Kruger.
Yeah.
So I recommend checking them out at least once, because at the very least, I know people who like 2 and 3 but don't like the first one, which I don't get. But
that's
what the fuck?
bonkers. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, overall, it's worth checking out. And I know, I don't know if they're all streaming right now. I know they're available on digital, so you can definitely pick them up.
And that survival kit's no longer in print, right? Even without the.
No, this is DVD, long out of print.
Yeah, that was pretty. Well, actually, the other Sleepaway Camp Blu-rays now. I know that if you're a slipcover aficionado.
Well, no, they're done. All the MGM ones are out of print, so they're completely out of print.
I don't know like what the cost is exactly if it's so bad.
I was jealous when I saw you whip out the slipcover. It's like, you motherfucker.
Well, and we're just talking about the Stream Factory ones are long out of print.
Yeah,
those specifically. Yeah.
I think you can still get the first one on Amazon. I'm not sure.
I believe, that one's not MGM. So, all right. Anything else before we get out of here?
Oh, I got nothing.
Iris loves you. Your ass stinks.
Okay. Todd?
Are we not going to do you're not going to pimp anything out, Dan?
Apparently not.
Oh, well, yes. I guess we can do some pimping. So patreon.com/fleshwound features for all your exclusive uncensored content that starts at only $1. Also get on the Discord, get on the Twitch. We are also of course on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Smash that notification bell. It helps the channel grow, as we've been growing quite a bit lately. Also Horror Cartel Flesh Wound Radio Facebook group, and on Twitter we are Flesh Wound Radio. So get on all that, guys.
You know what? I did leave one thing out, and I'm going to be annoyed if I don't say it. Marlene from Glow plays Linda, so I just totally forgot to mention that. Yeah, sorry. I know I'm signing out.
I had it in my notes and I forgot to.
All right. So, all right, Pugs.
So with that being said, now let's get the fuck out of here. So go ahead and shout out to that Iris bitch, Dan.
Iris loves you, and your ass still stinks.
Let me go, you big pussy.
Stay sick, motherfuckers.
Yeah, your ass stinks. I'll see you in Disneyland.